Hey guys, so welcome to Kentucky Bowman. Alright, so in last week's episode, I showed you guys a technique to help increase your time at full draw. While I was doing that, I realized that my shots were high and to the left. So today, I decided to come out and sight in my bow and to show you guys the steps that I take to do that. Sighting in a bow isn't hard, guys. It's really easy. The most common mistake that people make is that they try to take their arrow to the center of the target. But really, you should just move your sight to the arrow. So if your shots are high and to the left like mine are, I'll move my sight up and to the left. But like I said, the most mistake that people make is if the shots are high and to the left, they move their sight down and to the right. That's completely wrong, guys. If you're trying to do that and you're having a bunch of problems, that's why. Always follow the arrow, no matter where it's at. If it's down, if it's low and to the left, you move your sight up, or move your sight down and to the left. If your sight's low and to the right, you'll move your sight down and to the right. It's really easy, guys. Just always follow the arrow. Alright, so the first step that I take is I take 2 shots. If I take 2 consistent shots, then I'll move my sight. Don't ever just take 1 shot and move your sight, because you could have had some human error or anything could have happened. You could have been shaken or anything, and whenever you move your sight, it can make things a lot worse, and you'll just get upset and you'll keep trying and keep getting upset, and it'll be terrible, guys. I've done it whenever I first started and it was bad. So always follow the arrow and always take multiple shots. Even take 3, 4. Keep shooting until you get consistent shots in almost the same spot. Alright, because then you'll know that it's your sight and it's not you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 2 shots, and if the shots are consistent, then I'll go ahead and move my sight. If not, I'll take 2 more shots and two more shots until I get 2 consistent shots, because then and only then will I know if my sight's off. So start off with the first shot. One shot. Looks like it's about halfway up the lung, about in the middle of the lung, I should say, a little bit to the left, which I aimed at the heart, so it's a little high and a little to the left. Alright, they're about an inch apart, which both of them are a little high and a little to the left. Not much, but a little bit. So I only have to move my sight just a little bit. And that's the thing, guys. Even if your arrows are off a lot, still only move your sight just a little bit. And go back and take a couple more shots. Move your sight again, go back, take a couple more shots. Because if you move your sight too much, then you could move your sight to where you're shooting over the target, or you hit the dirt or anything like that. So small increments, guys. So alright, I'm gonna go retrieve these arrows and show you guys where they hit. Alright guys, so here's my 2 shots. Now I was aiming at the heart. It's this little black circle at the bottom. Now as you can see that my shots are a little high and a little to the left. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to move my sight up and to the left. Now not much, it's only off by like an inch high, and this second shot is probably an inch and a half to the left. So just small increment and I should have it. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go back, move my sight, take 2 more shots and see where we're at. Guys, so we're back here. I got my Allen wrenches, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna adjust my top pin, so my 20-yard pin. And whenever I adjust that top pin, all the rest of the pins should follow, mainly because I already have them set to 10-yard increments. Okay, so to adjust your top pin, you move your entire sight housing, okay? And that sets the tone for all the rest of your pins. So my shot is a little high and to the left. So I'm moving my sight a little high, or up and to the left. So go ahead, loosen my sight. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to count the tick marks, okay? My sight has little white tick marks, and most sights do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at the 4th tick mark. I'm going to move it right below that tick mark, and I should be fine. So go ahead and loosen this up. Oh, too much. Right there, should be perfect. And tighten it down. Alright. So that should be good. Now that the elevation's good, now I'm going to move my sight just a little to the left. Okay, so loosen this up here. Alright. Now, make sure I count my tick marks. I almost forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm 7 over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it at the end of the 7th tick mark, and that should be just fine. Loosen up a little more. Here we go. Hang on. Loosen up a little more. There we go. Hang on, tighten it up a little more. There we go. Alright, so. Alright, right there. I only moved it just a small amount. You can barely see it move. But that's all I think I'm going to need. Now for those of you that are starting off from scratch, you'll probably have to move it a lot more than I did. But you get the gist. It's the same thing, guys. Even though I didn't move it very much, it's the same exact thing. You just might have to move it a lot. So that's pretty much how you do it. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 2 more shots at the 20. Make sure my top pin's on. If it's not, then I'm going to have to make another adjustment and then take 2 more shots. But I think this will be fine because I'm only off just a small amount. So I think this should put me right in the center, which I hope. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to 30, take a shot, and make sure that my 30-yard pin is on. Now I've already got all my other pins set to 10-yard increments. So even though my sight's off right now, what probably happened was shooting it a lot, it probably just shifted a little bit. The whole sight housing probably shifted. So my individual pins shouldn't be off. They should be good, okay? But we're going to take a couple shots, make sure it's on, and I'll talk to you guys here in a sec. It's right on the money, guys. So what we're going to do now, go check these shots, and I'll see you guys back at the 30. My shots, guys, right on the money. I like it. Now, one of the shots is a little above the heart, but it's not even a 1/4 inch. It's like 1/8 of an inch, which I'm perfectly fine with. The other shot is right in the heart. This is perfect for me. I know for a fact that at 20 yards, if I was to take a shot at a deer, it's going down. So this is fine. Let's go back to the 30. So we're back here at the 30, and like I said earlier, I shouldn't have to adjust any of my pins other than that 20-yard pin because I've already adjusted them, and the rest of the pins are set in 10-yard increments. Okay, but for those of you that are starting from scratch, you will have to adjust each individual pin. Okay, so once you get the 20-yard pin adjusted and where you need it, what you'll do is you'll go back to the 30, take a shot. Okay, see where it's at. If it's high or if it's low. If it's low, you move your 30-yard pin down. Okay, if it's high, you move your 30-yard pin up. You always follow the arrow no matter what you're doing. If you're moving the whole sight housing or each pin, you follow the arrow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at the 30 and see where it's at. If it's on, then I'm good. If it's not, then I'm going to have to take 2 shots and go ahead and sight it in like I did at the 20. Okay, so here we go. It actually looked really good. Take another shot really quick. Alright, let's go check out those arrows and I'll talk to you here in a sec. Alright guys, so here's my 2 shots. As you can see, they're both in the heart. They're really good shots. Just a little bit of tweaking and you can shoot like this as well. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back to the 40, make sure my 40-yard pin is on, and then we'll come back, check it out, and we'll call it a day. Alright guys, we're back here at the 40. What I'm going to do, take a couple shots and make sure this 40-yard pin is on. So, let's go ahead. Low narrow, take the first shot. Look pretty good. Take another shot. Not too bad. I think that last shot may have been off just a little bit, but it's from human error. I think I was shaking a little bit, but I think it's good. So, go check out these shots, and we'll call it a day, guys. Alright guys, so here's my 2 shots at the 40. As you can see, one's in the heart, and one's outside the heart. But the one outside the heart's only outside like 1/4 of an inch, or maybe a little more, but not much. So I'm going to go ahead and count it, since I'd already had my pin set to 10-yard increments. So, what we covered today, we covered sighting in your bow, okay? And whenever you sight in your bow, you always sight in the 20-yard pin first. To do that, you move your entire sight housing. You take 2 shots. If they're consistent, you move your sight to that arrow. If they're high, you move your sight up. If it's low, you move your sight down. If it's to the left, you move your sight to the left. If it's to the right, you move your sight to the right, okay? So, you move your sight, you make the adjustments, you take 2 more shots. If it's off again, you make some more adjustments. You go back, you take 2 more shots. If it's on, then you're good. Move back to the 30. Alright, you take a 30-yard shot. If your shot's high, you move your pin up. If your shot's low, you move your pin down. And so on and so forth. 40, 50, 60, however many pins you got. It's that simple, guys. Just remember, follow your arrow. Don't ever, ever adjust your sight to the opposite direction of where your arrow is hitting. If your arrow's hitting high, don't ever adjust your sight low. It'll just send your arrow off the target, okay? So follow the arrow and you guys will have it every single time. It's just sometimes it can be tedious whenever you're sighting in a brand new sight because you got to move every single pin and you got to make every single adjustment. But take some time, get it done, follow the arrow, and you guys will have it. Alright guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this week's episode. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. And make sure you check in next Monday for the next episode of Kentucky Bowman. And I'll see you guys then.